Hi everyone, I'm back, and in this session we're going to look at some of the key ingredients or features that make up a good piece of writing. This is in general, any piece of writing. It has to have some key elements. So let's look at them. So by the way, I'm Shane Jordan, and I've been a British Council IELTS examiner, and I've been teaching IELTS and OET for many years. So now, I usually do this in the very first class of the writing module, and the reason I do this is to raise awareness so that candidates get clear concepts of the foundations or the fundamentals of a good piece of writing. So I usually start with an open question, so this question is for all of y'all as well. So if you look at the next screen, you'll find the main question, and it's a very simple question. You need to think about what makes a good piece of writing. So take a minute and write down in a notebook, from your perspective, from your point of view, what are some of the key points or things that really make a good piece of writing? The time starts now. Right, so time's up. So you can either put it in the comments, or some of the answers that I usually get from my experience, and correct me if I'm wrong. Look at your list. Most of the candidates, they come back and they say, look, we need accurate grammar. That makes a good piece of writing. Some other candidates, they talk about using high vocabulary, very good vocabulary, a lot of words make a good piece of writing. While others also look at it's got to be clear and people should understand, which is not a bad point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one step further, and I'm going to challenge you all to think about which words are missing in each gap. So it's like a fill in the blanks activity coming up, and all of these are key factors or elements that make up a good piece of writing. So there you go. Look at the 6 sentences and fill in the gaps with words that you feel that will best fit the context. So there you go. So take a minute, think about the best words to fit each gap. So I'm going to provide you a little bit more support to help you out. So there's a box with many words, okay, that's going to come up. You choose from the box the best words to fit each gap. Again, you have a minute to do this. Okay, so there you go. Look at the box and look at the words and put them in the right gaps. Your time starts now. Just a minute. Right, let's see, I'm excited. Check your answers. And for each answer, there's an implication behind that. So I'll explain as we go around. So the first one, the answer should have been readers. So it's extremely important as a writer that you keep your reader in mind, whether it's in the IELTS essay writing or is the OET letter writing. The reason being, because your writing style, the situation all depends upon who the reader is. So keep your reader in mind. So in the IELTS, there are two audiences. Number one is the examiner. Of course, you have to keep the examiner in mind. So you have to write according to the band descriptors. And the next audience in the IELTS is just an educated reader with no specialist knowledge. So that also has implications. So I will talk about this a little later. Likewise, in the OET, it's extremely crucial to keep the recipient or the reader in mind, because then you decide what information to choose and how to write. So, number two, all good writing must have a clear purpose. Purpose means the reason why you're writing. So in the IELTS, it's also called the position. So your position has to be clear. Why are you writing? Are you writing to defend something? Are you writing to inform? Are you writing to argue a point? What's the reason you're writing? Okay, likewise in the OET, your purpose has to be absolutely clear why you're writing. And if this purpose is missing, you lose marks both in the IELTS and the OET. The third point has no irrelevant information. Now this is crucial because most of the time, 99.9% of the time in the IELTS writing task, candidates misinterpret the prompt or they don't plan. Poor planning leads to irrelevant information, going off topic, writing too much. Okay, and just like also in the OET, it's including a lot of details without understanding the main purpose or without, getting clarity about who you're writing to. So the next point is good writing is always organized. Now this is one of the key problems, students face, both in the IELTS as well as in the OET. They are unable to organize information logically within a paragraph. So all good writers will take the readers on a clear-cut journey. So they use signals, they use signposting, they use cohesive devices. So there are different techniques of how to write and organize information. So there's no use having great ideas if you can't put them in the most logical order. There's no use. And another key point for the next one is jargon. So remember, when you're writing for the IELTS or the OET, for both these tests, in writing task 2 for the IELTS, don't include a lot of technical terms. Yeah, jargon means a lot of technical terms which are used specifically by specialists from a particular domain. And even in the OET, okay, avoid medical jargon, because the more jargon you use, it becomes quite informal, and then people outside the domain may not understand. So that's not good writing. And the last, there are 4 C's which are extremely important. So all good writing must be clear, concise, correct, and complete. Okay, clear in understanding. Concise means you need to be to the point, can't beat around the bush. Okay, correct in its thought. Okay, and complete in grammatical structures. In complete sentences you have to write, you can't write in phrases. Yeah, so these are the key elements that make up any good piece of writing. So I hope this session was useful in terms of the fundamentals. Look out for my sessions that are going to come up both for IELTS and OET, and we will look at specific assessment parameters and how examiners assess both the IELTS as well as the OET writing. All right, take care and all the best.